An Austin couple pays big bucks to have their home's leaky roof repaired. They paid up front, then never saw their contractor again. That's when they called the KXAN tip line. David Scott investigates.
Rafaelita Acosta is still in the dark about what happened. She and her husband, Lupe, needed their rental home's leaky roof replaced. Contractor James Day of J.D. Construction gave them a $4,300 estimate and wanted nearly half, $2,000 up front. They paid and never saw him again.
He didn't do the job. And he didn't want to reimburse our money either.
And so you called him repeatedly, and how did that turn out?
It didn't turn out too well because he never did answer his phone.
The Acostas thought the work would be done based on the last conversation they ever had with James Day shortly after his submitted estimate. He told them,
"Be sure and tell the tenants to put up the dogs because I'm going to go over there, work on the roof." And of course we went that afternoon to check it out, and he wasn't there. And we called him, and he didn't answer the phone.
His contract promised that he would perform all work in a good, workmanlike manner. But when James Day wouldn't take their calls, the Acostas had their son call Day from his phone.
My son just told him about us, that we were, you know, in our 70s, and he was taking advantage of us, and but nothing ever came out of it.
The Acostas say James Day did make them a promise, an empty one.
That he was going to return the money, but he had to go to the bank to do something, take care of some business or something, and then he was going to pay us. But of course he never did.
Never heard from him?
No, never.
The Acostas got so fed up with James Day's runaround, they finally got someone else to put up the new roof, and at a far cheaper price. The Better Business Bureau sees a lot of this. They say James Day has had 5 complaints against him over the past 3 years. They advise, be careful how much you pay up front.
Typically, you know, if they're asking for half or more than half, you know, that's a red flag. That's something you want to be watchful for. And, you know, that also goes back to the contract and making sure that things are outlined in the contract, payment terms are outlined, and so that you know what's expected.
James Day told the BBB that he acknowledged and agreed with the Acostas' complaint.
Okay.
But the Acostas say he was a no-show in small claims court. They learned an expensive lesson.
Anything you could have done differently?
Maybe not hire him or give him that much money.
In repeated conversations with KXAN, James Day would not commit to an interview or offer a statement. The BBB also advises you might be better protected paying with a credit card rather than check or cash. David Scott, KXAN News.